What is good, everyone? Cheers, True Patriot, also known as CC2 Arms, and on behalf of Volunteer Agriculture, True Living Organic Farms. Namaste, love, greetings, blessings to every one of you. Oh, it's been a while. Been a while since I've done a video. It's been a while since I've been live. There's so much I could say, but so much I probably shouldn't say. Things are, man. In the life of a targeted individual such as myself, life is precarious at best. Every day that I'm fortunate enough that this heart within this biological computer still beats, I have to consider myself fortunate. sound back. Check, check, check. Sound mines. That should be, my sound should be. See what I mean, folks? This is just ridiculous. Sound mines. Hopefully my chat should be back. Let's see, move mic, change the chords right quick. I don't know if that fixes it, but hopefully. Is the sound working okay now? Check, mic check, 1, 2, mic check. Look at a mic check, please. Alright, good. I've been getting a lot of planning done. That's about the only way I've physically been able to maintain sanity with the various oddities occurring in my life currently. Thank God for illegal cannabis. I just don't know where I'd be without an illegal cannabis crop. I merely said that for entertainment purposes only. For any of you who may be wondering, I would never grow cannabis illegally. At least not that I would admit to. Even if you've seen me doing so, I still wouldn't admit to it. I take the government's role. I'll do just like the government does on that front. Or like on all fronts. I'll just deny. Even when you catch me fucking red-handed, I'll deny it. Like it's supposed to somehow be truthful because I said it is. Anyway, we was just discussing some plants. What's been going good with you, Sound Minds? Green Thumper, Ronnie Bostic, and the whoever else might be in chat. Or drinking beer, smoking dope, talking shit. What's up? Oh yeah, I've learned some new things about 1993 Toyota Corolla cars this month. Yes. Apparently, the 1993 Toyota Corolla can magically, all the nuts and bolts can fall out of the whole entire motor simultaneously while going down the road in one day. I didn't know that. I learned that this week. Yes, it's apparently that your entire car can just fall apart overnight. They also put Logitech cameras that have been altered in the driver's side heater vent or defrost vent, excuse me, in the 1993 Toyota Corolla. Yeah, that was a new one. I never. Who would have thought that I didn't even know they had such technology in 1993. Apparently, I was wrong, and they do. And yeah. Although I'm still trying to find a Toyota part number. Yeah, so far they're going to get back to me on that. Yeah, I did send out an email as well as place several phone calls to Toyota trying to get that part number so I could maybe buy some more of those cameras and other type equipment for my Toyota. But yeah, I'm still waiting to hear back from them. And on the holes that were in the floor of it, I presume those must have been some type of safety feature. Like, say you drove your car into the water and you got water in the interior, it would have a way to drain out before it damaged the floor or something. I don't know. Now, I think more of the problem isn't the fact of cars and technology. I think it's twofold, really. My primary concern is the Order of the Eastern Star type parasites and some good old inbred local crazies. Between the combination of the two demographics, I'm just being annoyed and more annoyed lately than anything. But I'm at that time of the year where really, frankly, I don't have the time to worry about either. Both are beneath me, and at the moment, it's growing season. It's time that food gets put on the table, or we start making preparations to be able to get food on the table. And when by food, I mean, good old wholesome, organic, heirloom, non-hybrid, except only hybrids that I've developed myself, fruits and vegetables. And tonight I wanted to unwind with you all, drink a beer, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, smoke a little bit of pot, and just say, hey, I'm alive, hey, I'm here, and they can kick me when I'm down, but they can't keep me down, nor can they kick me out. I'm gonna be the pain in them motherfuckers' sides that they will never forget. It's not CC2 arms for nothing, folks. That stands for Citizens Call to Arms, and I do reiterate the fact that armaments do not only or always consist of the firearm quality. Some of us cannot technically, legally possess and or use firearms, but we can still technically, legally remain armed. Anybody catches my drift? But I'm still online. I'm still right here, same place I've always been. I'm not hard to find. Oh, got the pineapple outside today. It's we're warm enough in my geographic region that I think that outside of possibly having to cover the plants a night or two here or there, I think we're pretty much over the cold weather for the year. I really, I'm not saying it's going to go from cold nights to super warm nights overnight. I'm just saying that I'm thinking that the nights where we stand to see the potential for frost are less and less. And I felt today, and between today and this week in general, I felt comfortable going ahead and removing the remainder of the plants that we keep indoors over the winter, outdoors. I also went and added compost to the outdoor grow areas for with regards to the cannabis for this year. Although we've still got I'm late, folks. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that with regards to that subject matter and the outdoor start of the outdoor season here. I am late. I've just been covered up to my fucking shoulders in other chores. I'm still playing catch up. You remember that I spoke a lot about this earlier this spring. We had substantially more rainfall in February than we typically have for the entire rest of the year here. So I am still playing catch up. I saw you pop in there, the chat, Perth Observer. One, I wasn't ignoring you. I was just being stoned and stupid and forgot to say something. Please forgive me. Or try to kill me like the rest of the people do. He made one mistake. Let's break his neck. I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. And if you do kill me, don't let other people eat me. As is typical in this day and age. We just kill people and eat them. Not because it's fun, not because we want to, but because we can. What the fuck kind of world are we living in? Yeah, I don't know. At least we thankfully have illegal, medicinal marijuana crops. At least we've got places where it's still a complete fucking crime to even think about smoking a dead flower. Without such corrupt bastards to keep us safe, what would we really do? I guess I shouldn't be so sarcastic, huh? Somebody may construe that as negative. Another crop that I'm really going to put more effort into this year, folks, is the melon crop. Last year, if some of you remember, on a trial basis, I grew, what was it? The cassava melon, Hale's Best, and Honey Rock, 2 different types of cantaloupes. The Sugar Baby watermelon, which is a little small miniature variety of a watermelon. Let's see. I think, yeah, that's it. But they were excellent, the few specimens I had, but I just didn't have enough of it. And whereas other people pointed out to me with crops like like with the cucumbers, I got to eat and consume as many as I wanted anytime I wanted them. That being said, I think I'm obligated to myself to just do a better showing with regards to what I can do with the melons. I do know that they require a lot of water. I don't use tap water, so if we have a hot, dry season, that could pose issue for me. You know, as it is, the tomatoes are another, you know, that really need a lot of water in the hot part of the summer. I've also got into, I know that there's going to be a lot of apprehension and mixed emotions about this entire subject in general, but I do, the raising the chickens is something I take very serious. I really enjoy it. And there are some breeds that typically are sold as, or at least in this part of the world, as game birds. And I want to get into breeding them. Not that I want to be a person that would ever, in any way, shape, or form, support such an event as chicken fighting. I do respect the rights of others to do whatever it is they want to do, and I'm not gonna, just because I won't do something doesn't mean I'm gonna decide what others do. But that being said, there's a few breeds or hybrids, I guess you would say, that it's like a whole subculture, you know, and they're not typical. Now, I'm not going to fight them, and I'm not, you know, going to try to intentionally promote such, but I do want to get into breeding them. I consider them an exotic, much like I did the black copper marrons. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, folks. Along with those, I've told others too, I want to get into breeding, and I'm not really thinking of the name off the top of my head. I know they're an Indonesian variety of a chicken that's black. It's solid black. Its head's black. Its beak's black. Its nails are black. Thank you very much, Chef Life 420. I don't know. I want to diversify a little bit with regards to my poultry production. I did get, I'll do some better videos coming up of the larger babies that I had from earlier this spring. I do have, right now, what have I got? 6. I've got 12. I got 12 hatchlings at the moment. 12 hatchlings, so. Oh, and one of the Americana Bantams is, she's setting on, I don't know the exact number. I'm guessing 20. So it should be interesting. I mean, just, it could be a lovely flock this year. Yep, and the bones are black, Chef Life. The bones are black, the meat's black, the feathers are black, the eyes are black, the beak is black. That's some damn black ass chicken, ain't it? No pun intended, or pun intended, I don't know. Yeah, that's some black ass chicken. That's fucked up. I must be medicated. Oh man, I can't wait to see what that's like after about a month in the cure. It's kind of harsh right now. It's got that, you know, it's got that new car smell, but it needs to mellow down a bit, you know, get a little bit smoother, not so damn harsh. Get rid of some of that chlorophyll. Once that green plant matter fucking feel is gone, we'll be in a better world. I'm pretty impressed though. It's an easy plant, you know. You're looking at less than anything to me in my mind. If I went from seed to harvest, with any plant in 70 days or so, I mean 70. I mean that's nothing to scoff at. When you take from going from germinating a seed to complete harvest, 70 days, give or take a day or two. That is phenomenal. And I don't give a damn what kind of plant you're talking about. The specific type of plant don't even matter. That's excellent time, folks. It's like, I mean, think about it. A lot of you might not grow cannabis, but I'm sure you grew a tomato plant. I'm sure you might have grown a bean plant, or, you know, one of the other plethora of plants that you could have possibly have grown. How many of them are done in 70 days? So for that reason, although I'll still always have an outdoor stable full of pheno-period type plants, I like tomato flowers. I really do. I mean, I get it that they're still considered like a novelty to some, that they're still considered like not entirely stable, although we've come so far in that, you know, in that sense. I like them. I really think they really bring something to the table, and they're a lot of fun, especially when you do the solo cut. That's just a lovely fucking time right there, folks. I don't know who it is. I don't remember from earlier today. Somebody was mentioning to me this morning that they wanted to get into making oil. Although I've done them in the past, I don't think I've done. I'd have to look back through some of my other stuff. I don't think I've done one in a while. I think I want to do an oil video. Now I'm probably not going to have enough trim to even make it worth my time to fuck with. So unfortunately, being as small of a yield as this plant is, I'm gonna probably end up using a good little bit of flour just to do some oil with. But I do like my edibles. I've spoke often on the fact that I like to use the soy lectin, and I would prefer to use sunflower as opposed to coconut oil. But if I can't get sunflower, all my butter or oil type products, I use coconut oil. I find that the organic coconut oil is, in terms of economics, is a good sure bet. It's efficient. It doesn't cost a lot. It's healthy. It's versatile. I mean, you can, within reason, do about anything with it. We'll make some though, yeah. Yeah, I'll probably do that, or at least go through the general basics of it. I think that it's something that maybe some of these youngsters now, I won't mention anybody specifically, but I've been fortunate enough to meet a young man that, well, I mean, let's just say he's a nice young man, and I mean young man, not, you know, he's not a baby or nothing, but he's a nice young, old boy. That'd be better than young man. Well, yeah, young man. Okay, we'll say that. And he's got some health issues, and it's an area in which many of us know cannabis is really it's really always been the cure. We have ran from the cure far too long. All of my lifetime, and all of the lifetimes of a lot of people in the world. And it really made me feel good, because I heard a person who is responsible for this other person, and they said that you know, that they let that person, you know, try to medicate and treat that condition with cannabis, and it about made me want to cry, because I know that just from a personal perspective, it's one of the most therapeutic medications that I've used. And there's been that whole druggy, dumb, stupid pothead persona that's been created, or fabricated rather, around cannabis use and its users, that I think it really, you know, it's an awful, you know, it's an awful way to look at it. And I like to see that now that times are changing again, and that we are starting to look back to our roots, back to nature for cures. I'm sure most of you have seen or heard of Rick Simpson. And the oil that he pioneered, and the successes that he had using it to treat a myriad of different illnesses. So, and you know, of course, my very first suggestion when talking to new people about cannabis and using cannabis to treat medical conditions is, my first suggestion, grow your own. My second suggestion, grow it organically. Now, I'm not going to sit here and badmouth any bottled nutrient manufacturers. All I'm going to say is that it seems like more and more it's the things that we now put into our bodies that are causing all of us to get cancers. Cancers that didn't exist 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. Maybe it's time that we start knowing what we're putting in our body. And for myself, the only way I can truly, beyond all doubt, say that I know what I'm putting in my body is when I produce it myself. So when you're thinking in terms of purity, what would you want to be the most pure? It seems to me, if you're using something from a medicinal standpoint, that is the very thing that you would want in your life to be the most pure, because that's the medicine that you're hoping or looking forward to, hoping for it to be the cure, or something to, if not cure, at least remedy the symptoms from something. So I did suggest to them, to their care person, that maybe you should allow them to experiment with the idea of cultivation of their own product. And I'm not talking about anything for sales and or potential sales, but I'm talking about just a person who has a need becoming self-sufficient with regards to fulfilling that need. Stop running from the cure. I don't think cures are ever things that we're going to find in bottles, and I don't give a fuck if we're talking about a bottle of spirits. I'm saying that for a concise reason. Or we're talking about, a bottle of pills. So yeah, it's been an interesting week, and the whole the plant aspects of it, man, that's the one area of life where, as per usual, everything is excellent. All of my flowers look beautiful, smell beautiful, taste beautiful. The spring flowers, the wildflowers. I will try to get hopefully get some videos up this week. Well, I have to, because some of this stuff is in full bloom, and a lot of you in the world probably don't have an opportunity to see this stuff on a regular basis. And it's one of the reasons why I feel very fortunate to live where I do and how I do. It's getting to be a part of nature. When I say get to be a part of nature, I mean I'm talking about hands-on, living it type part of nature. hyacinths. Hyacinth. Yeah, it's another flower. It was my mother's birthday recently, and she was given an arrangement that had several flowers in it, and this hyacinth is probably the most deepest purple flower that I've seen in a while. Of course, I don't know what the pineapple's going to do. You know, we've got the one pineapple that she's blooming right now. I don't even know what to expect. I just really don't know what to expect on that front. Other plant-wise, we've still got 3 or 4 strains of tomatoes that we're waiting on to germinate. We've got, what did we put in today? Today we did 2 more strains of the cucumber. It's going to be the National Pickling Cucumber, that strain, and the Homemade Pickles strain of cucumber. Oh, those are going to be good. I don't know. A lot of stuff that's in limbo, you know. It's that time of year, folks, where life is tedious at best for most of us. It's crucial, though, that we all stay grounded, that we all stay focused on our day-to-day operations and survival and maintenance of a certain quality of life. Remember, you should set for yourself what your quality of life standards are. Those are not parameters that you let others decide for you. Many things we can't do much about, but there's nothing that we can't do something about. However little or inconsequential you think of the task, remember, there's no small deeds, folks. It's just like pay it forward. And why does pay it forward work? Because everything is so interconnected. Everything is so interconnected. Everything I do, either directly or indirectly, affects everything that everyone else does as well. I know that probably is a concept that may be new or hard to come to terms with for some of you. I wish things were easier. It's not. It's all a big process. The game of life. This divine comedy in which we all have roles. We're all just characters. Characters playing a role in the scripture. And pretty wild. Staying grounded is what enables me to get by. Not always optimally, but there's nothing put on me that I can't absolutely, truly handle. Everything, even the hard stuff, you know, you can handle it. It might suck. It might really, really, really suck sometimes. But you're going to get through it. Hopefully you'll be better for it on the other side. Lately it's been hard because on one front I'm battling I don't know what you want to call it, deep state issues, opposition from that is well armed. I mean, in so many more ways than one. But then on another front, the very people that I'm trying to save, the very people that I'm trying to help, I mean, I'm trying to fight big government on behalf of the poor white trash, you know? And then the very ones that attack me the most are the ones I'm trying to help. It's just, to me, it's mind-boggling that I'm sitting here trying to save people and those people are the very ones that are trying to hurt me. Oh, it's a crazy world I live in. It really is. America's crazy world. A lot of it defies comprehension. Makes it hard to even mention, because when something defies comprehension, people tend to get uncomfortable. Oh, this reminds me. Let's go find. We have to do something. I have to play a little brief segment of something which will better summarize what I'm trying to say. For those whom hath ears to hear it. Oh, where are you at? It was a certain little deal, and I'm not finding it. I will find it though. It's right here. Oh, there we go. There we go. We'll be back here in what, 2 minutes? Huh. No, not 2 minutes. A little bit less than that. I'm gonna cue up the audio here. I'm gonna drop out the level of this mic.
When we hear, we either accept or reject, or we translate what we hear according to our knowledge, our background, or we compare what is being said to what is already known. Or we oppose one idea by another. All these characteristics of hearing denies the act of listening. When one listens, there is no comparison, there is no acceptance or rejection. That very act of listening brings about a total attention in which you see the totality and the whole significance and structure of what is being said. The quality of listening is attention. And when you attend totally, with your whole mind, with your heart, with your nerves, with your eyes and ears, completely, intensely listen. When you give your whole attention to something, that is when you are completely listening. In that state of attention, there is the act of listening. And that act of listening puts away anything that is not true. You listen to the totality of the thing. When you attend, there is no borders of inattention. And that act of listening is really a miracle. Perhaps it's the greatest miracle. When one can listen totally, without any defense, without any barrier. Then one can look. Then one can listen.
Look, sir, if I want to understand what you are saying, I must listen to you. I must listen to you with affection, with care, with attention. Because I want to find out what you're saying. But if I say, yes, I agree with you, I've heard this before, or you're saying something new which is impossible, you're not listening.
That was some pretty excellent advice. Very wise man that we were listening to. But you've got to listen, and that's something that we rarely seem to do much these days. We would much rather oppress, silence, and otherwise stomp out anything that opposes what we perceive to be relevant. And that's something that, if we're ever going to truly evolve as a society, we're going to have to get to the point where we don't have to necessarily oppose things that counter what we perceive to be evident, relevant, truthful, and otherwise. We just need to get to the point where things are acceptable as being different from our own view. Arguing, fighting, and just all of this crooked shit that goes on as the result of wanting to stomp out any challenge to our perception. It's not getting our species anywhere. We're getting to the same point and being taken out by some means or the other every time we get to this point. And I'm not saying it isn't going to still happen. I just am trying to present the front that it doesn't necessarily have to happen. Whether your beliefs are Christian in nature, whether your beliefs are even spiritual in nature or not, we don't have to go down that road. You know, every day that we are still alive, we are capable of doing things differently. All of us. It doesn't matter what's prophesied. It doesn't matter what's not. It doesn't matter if someone believes in spiritual doctrine or they do not. You know, it's never too late to do the right thing. We can be good. We have that potential. If we would only realize how much power we have and how much opportunity we've got to make actual, genuine, decent change, we could change the world. We could change the world to such an extent it would never need changed again. Which would mean that we wouldn't have to get killed again. We wouldn't have to get erased again, rebooted again, turned off and back on again. We could get away from all of that. Anyway, I know that's a little bit of a mouthful, but anyway, I did want to just get on here to everybody and say that I'm back, give everybody a good update, let everyone know that I'm alive, I'm still kicking, I'm still gonna keep on keeping on. Not gonna stay on here long. I'm gonna end this stream with that, and on behalf of Voluntary Agriculture, True Living Organic Farms, this is CC2 Arms, also known as True Patriot, imploring all of you, please get out there and love yourselves, love your neighbors, love the world around you, love nature. Don't let the hardness, the hardship, and the cruelty that does exist right alongside the good in this place, don't let it make you become dead. Don't let it kill you. The only thing that can put out your light is you. You've got to keep on keeping on. And it is going to be rough sometimes. It's really going to suck sometimes. You're really going to hate even being alive sometimes. Happens to the best of us. And on more than one occasion. The key is to remember that you've always got opportunity to make that one change that might encourage someone else to make that one change. And, strength in numbers. The more we all come together, the more we're all able to unite and communicate as one, the more strength we have towards changing this entire world for the better of all of us. And on that note, get out there and be productive, folks. Till next time, True Patriot saying peace out, folks. Much love. Namaste, greens, blessings, and goodbye to all until next time.